saw it the other night. Going on the road in conference play, there's never an easy out for anybody, and you obviously know you're facing a big challenge. But just going on the road, going to Reno, and what's just your thoughts on the matchup?
Well, I'm worried about the rabid bats in the Belfry. That's what I'm mostly concerned with, and I think all the fans should be really concerned about that and probably stay away unless you want to be a vampire. I mean, that's on you. If you get bit or yeah, don't say I didn't tell you. Don't come. No, they're a terrific ball club, and it seems like every turn I'm saying that because it's true. I mean, I've watched a ton of these guys and so impressed with their team identity and how they play together, and Coach Alford and his staff have them clicking, and they seem like a team that's just gotten better and better and better every single game, and they're playing great basketball right now.
Where are they better than last?
I think it's like what I've talked about with a lot of teams in this league is the parts fit so well, and they're all making each other better, and they're all doing their job, whatever their job is, at the highest level, all of them. And so I think that's, they're really clicking as a team, both offensively and defensively.
When you have two guards like that can score at that level, I mean, it's hard enough to stop one, but what kind of challenge is that?
Right. And just veterans, too. That's what makes a huge difference. You look around our league, and that's one of the common denominators with a lot of these great teams is, you just saw one that rolled in here with guys that have been there for 5 years and been in this league for 5 years. That makes a big difference in 4 and 5 years, and that's what we're seeing with Reno.
What do you think? They're 15-1, have won 8 in a row. You guys have won, I think, 8 of 9 now. Just when you get two teams that are in a roll like that, just mashing up together, how fun are those games?
Well, the hard part is somebody has to lose, and a good team is but you're right. The other night in here was fun, and that's what makes our league so great. And I think the biggest difference this year is the understanding, when you're in a league like this, the things help you. I remember years in our league, maybe a couple of years where we were a 2-bid league, where you felt like any loss, you went from in the bubble to just gone. And now, because of the job everybody's done in the preseason, and because of the schedules we've played and the games that we went out and got won, and I'm speaking about our league, is now we've put ourselves in position to get the respect that this league deserves.
What do you think Nevada does best? They do a ton of things good, but if there's something that maybe they hang their hat on?
I think what I just said about understanding their roles and playing to those roles. I think that's what makes a great team. It really does, and that with because they got a great coach, and a great coach works when the guys are coachable and they do what they're supposed to do and what they can do, and he puts them in the right positions, and because they're a really, really good team, because they're really good basketball players and really good coach, no doubt. So I think when you mesh those up, and they look like they're really coachable, so the way they play, that's for sure.
Just defensively, they're tops in the conference. What
Yeah.
do they do so well on that end of the floor that makes it a challenge?
Again, they don't have a weak link, they've all bought in and they're all doing their jobs. I think that's the biggest thing, because the hard thing about good offense and good defense, if you have one guy that's not doing it up to the standard, then you're in trouble. And I think there was that situation last year, maybe a little bit with them. That's what's made them better.
You mentioned, the confidence level for someone like Andrew. We saw in Canada, obviously, once he got going in that first game, and then St. Mary's, and the other night, he hits one, he's not afraid to keep going. When he steps on the floor like he did the other night, and he's got all these veterans and seniors out there, some guys would just be like, get them the ball, I don't want to screw up. For him to be confident to just let it fly and show that he deserves it,
Yeah.
make an impact while he's out there. How unique is that?
Well, there's two things. Number one, he's earned that right because of the number of reps he puts up. And so the guys, game respects game, and they know he's put in the time, and he deserves those. And that kid has supreme confidence. He does. He came in with that. And, he's played on some big stages, and he's comfortable with that. And so, that's a great skill to have, because it's a hard skill to put into someone. Sometimes guys get more and more confident. The more they play, the better I don't think he's affected by the circumstances with his confidence. He knows who he is, and he knows he can make those, and we know he can too, and so do his teammates, and that's why he does.
I know with the playing time, sometimes a lot of good guys were
Right.
playing in front of him early at some of these games early in the year, but now
Right.
he has an opportunity to get some more minutes. I don't know what Cam's status is, but is he a guy now that you think is ready to be one of your key rotation guys here moving forward?
Yeah, and I think you're seeing that we're starting to settle into a little bit more patterns. You always want to go with the hot hand and all that, and guys are playing great. I don't like messing with it, So, when you're playing great, you end up getting more minutes. It's the way it works, and we're trying to accomplish the mission out there, and but we'll have Cam back, and that's exciting because Cam's going through some stuff. Was a prolific scorer before he went to KU, and then he got hurt, and that shoulder is, it's tough on athletes when their body can't do what they want and they know they can do, and so it can lead to frustration, and it's hard, on guys, and because Cam, that dude could score and shoot, and you're only getting to see a guy with maybe half of his physical abilities. But the thing that I think that he's settling into and understanding is that that's just the reality. And that's everybody makes a plan, but the plan is out the window a lot of times, and you just got to adjust. And he's being super tough, super courageous, and unselfish to try to help this team and be in a role that can help this team, and he's putting his body on the line, and when I say that, there's no risk to making it worse. He's going to have surgery as soon as the season ends, but the pain he goes through on a daily, the frustration maybe he goes through, and I think we've made progress with that in the fact that, hey, you have value, and you're helping this team, and this team appreciates it, and the fan base should, because I'm just speaking honestly. Usually coaches keep this stuff secret, but this kid needs to be recognized for what he's going through. And, we've had a lot of guys in this program that have done that, and they don't, it's hard. And, Max, a couple years ago, after a game, he couldn't even walk, and he looked like he was 80 years old. And, but they want to help the team. They want to help their teammates. They want to win for the jersey, and that's what Cam's doing right now. So kudos to him. And that's pretty cool that a guy comes into the program and is that invested in it that quickly, and it's because of the guys he plays with and because of the kind of guy he is, and it's pretty courageous, and I hope the fan base appreciates what he's doing, and I know sometimes fans can be really critical of a guy but not knowing what he's really going through. And he's helped win us a lot of games already, and has had great moments.
With him, I went back and looked at some of his highlights from the Division II days, and you compare it to now, he has like a little bit of almost like a hitch in his rhythm.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so does the shoulder play into that?
Absolutely.
You said he still can do things well for you.
Right.
What are those?
Oh, he's one of the headiest players we have. And so, okay, double down on that. Become the smartest player in the league, he knows what's going on in the game. He's one of the best passers on this team. And, he can rebound, he can defend, he has a feel for the game. And the thing that I told him is maybe this is what you need. Maybe you need a year of becoming a great defensive player, great rebounder, great passer, doing all those things. And then, you're going to become a great scorer when you get the shoulder back. He might extend his career for a long, long, long time because he's a talent. And I say that, but he's one of those guys that you have to guard him. It's not like if you choose not to guard him, my money's that he's going to make them. And same with in the post. He can jump up and score. And, so he's going to still have a lot of value to this team. And, I'm just you're grateful as a coach to have these guys that, in the day and age of guys opt out right away and guys, and they'll be playing in bowl games, all that stuff that goes on. And you got a guy that's sacrificing for his teammates and this program.
When you say
Omar, there's a Omar, 2 double-doubles in the 2 league games. What has he been doing that allows him to do that, and why is he such a handful inside for other teams?
Well, he's got such a great motor and such great instincts, and he's quicker than everybody. I mean, he can guard point guards. He can, he's just so athletic, and he's got a good face-up game, and now he's developed, that ability to go get the ball. We coach that a lot, that kind of thing, but he has great instincts to start out with, And he's just, he's fitting into, he's figured out where he fits in the system, and that's made it a lot easier for him.
How would you use him differently than St. John's did?
Well, because they had a big kid, and so it was almost like he was never around the paint, it seemed like, and I think that's, we use him almost like what I envisioned was the way Miami uses Bam. And that's they have a similar skill set, and he can kind of be a college version of that.
When you say, you guys will be getting Cam back, is that an eventually timeline? Is that a sooner rather than later timeline? Is it
Sooner.
Tomorrow's game?
Sooner.
I think we asked this after the game, so just to reiterate, if you go back and you watch Omar, Roddy said he's the best player in the league right now. Would you agree with that with Omar?
Well, there's a lot of great players in the league, and we've only seen 2 teams. And plus I'm always biased. Come on. But, yeah, from the body of work he's done so far, he's playing pretty good. Now, there's other guys that are putting up huge numbers all over the league and doing great things. So it's 2 games. There's, 16 more. Let's just see how the next one goes. But yeah, as a coach, I'm really pleased, and his teammates are really impressed, and they should be, and these fans are loving him. So, but like I said, it's, our mission every single day is to get better, and there's no stopping and patting ourselves on the back. But no, we acknowledge, he gets. But like I said before, I'm mostly proud of him, not because he scored 30 points, but because of the player and the teammate and the kind of guy he is in our program and how coachable he is. And that's scoring 30 points is just the product of doing all those things right, and that's what I'm most proud of him about.
You brought it up at the beginning, so I'll ask you that. Have you ever had an encounter with a bat?
Oh yeah, absolutely, no doubt. And I watched Gilligan's Island back in the day. Didn't they have a big bat problem and some rabid bat? I don't know.
What happened with the bat?
I think we had one in the garage. I think we got him out safely.
Okay.
Yes. I'm an animal lover, so it was humanely done. Yeah.
Welcome them tomorrow.
Yeah, but tomorrow, yeah. But I heard it got worse. I heard they all had babies, and they tested them, and there's a lot of them that are rabid. A lot. They got a lot of rabid. A lot of people are talking about that. A lot of rabid bats in the Belfry.
Could be born in the next 24 hours too, probably.
Right.
Steer clear.
So, yeah. I don't know what a Belfry is, but apparently they have those in Lawler.
Tyson this year, I don't see Buzo come out and score 20 points in the first half. Tyson's been really good. He's usually really good whenever, but kind of early in the second half and things like that. Why is that with Tyson? Coincidence?
I don't know. I think Tyson really takes what the game gives him, and he just kind of plays and does the right play all the time. And sometimes to have those kind of moments, you have to be super aggressive scorer, and he like I said, he hits the pitches that are right. He doesn't swing at bad pitches. I always put it in baseball terms for Jay Tust.
You talked last week a little bit about Roddy and his development as a point guard. Just this last game, eight assists. I think he forced, I don't know if he forced all of them, but Stevens had 6 turnovers. Just even though he's not getting the points, just What is he doing so well as a point guard that really has impressed you?
He's being coachable. He's making others better, like we talked about, and he's athletic. I mean, he made some athletic. He looked like a LSU free safety on that one steal that he had when they tried to skip it over top, and that was a legit athletic play. And it's nice to have that guy heading your defense, and he's taking pride in that. And the great thing is, I mean, it's a pretty cool thing. Again, another guy giving it up for the team because, you looked at his missed shots in the game, you can't even count like 3 or 4 of them because they're end of the shot clock and just, so, you're like, oh, he went, but those aren't even real shots. And so this is a guy that scored like 18 a game at the last 15 games of his career last year, or of his season. And he's happy as can be helping this team win and doing the job that he's doing. And his scoring's going to come. And, you're talking, like I said, you're talking about a guy that scored. So it's not like a guy that, hey, that ball can't go in. It's going to go in when it needs, but he's playing the game the right way that helps this team. And when you play with 4 guys that can score like the guys that he's playing with, he makes us better that way.
What's that say about him that, like you said, he was, scoring over at UC San Diego, and now he's kind of had to take on a different role, and it seems like he's embraced that.
Yeah, he sure has, and that's why we took him, because he wanted that. And the thing that I think he knows, and all this, everybody knows, and that you can say his scoring's going to come. And as he grows as a player here, and he keeps getting better, and he puts in the time and shoots and shoots and shoots, 10,000 reps, the kid's a talent. And he's got a good-looking jumper, and it's going to come. And, and it's going to come when we need it most.
What do you guess about Lucas real quick? Just his steady presence for Nevada. Jared?
Yeah. Baller, I mean, that goes way back to his numbers he put up in high school and all that. And he's older. He's been around and been through the wars, and he's started at Oregon State and put up good numbers there, and then he's blossomed as he in this program. And like I said, he's in the perfect spot for his game because the system and what they do for him, and they know how to get him shots, and he's a shot maker. So great player, really great player. He's having a terrific year.
All these teams in the Mountain West that seem to be playing well as a group, like Nevada, I think they list like 4 guys as GR, which is great.
Yeah.
Has COVID, because people got an extra year, has that made for more better teams?
Yes, definitely has. And somehow, some way, the Mountain West kept a lot of these guys. It's crazy. I mean, we kept one, so and it's maybe. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, and Cam too. And so it does. Older, you're so much of a better player when you're 23, 24, 25 than when you're 18. So much of a better player. Every person, I mean, I don't know, maybe there's one that is not better when they're 18. That was probably because of injury. But, just experience and maturity. And, that's what we always say. Well, we try to take 18-year-olds and teach them to play like 30-year-olds. That's how you make a good player.